Todd's Carpet and Tile Cleaning. Call or text 702-595-0488.
Next week would have been the 51st anniversary of Roe v. Wade decision, which protected a woman's right, of course, to make her own health care decisions. But sadly, almost 2 years ago, the U.S. Supreme Court took away that right and opened the floodgates of anti-choice attacks on reproductive freedoms.
Today on January 18th, Senator Jacky Rosen spoke on the state of abortion rights here in the U.S. during a Senate briefing. During the briefing, she had 3 different people she spoke to in regards to the effects overturning Roe v. Wade has had on women's reproductive care. The first person she spoke to was Dr. Serena Floyd, who is the chief medical officer at Planned Parenthood of Metropolitan Washington, D.C. Jacky Rosen asked about the burden women face when they have to travel from home in order to get an abortion. Floyd decided to respond with a personal story she herself experienced with a patient.
This patient was a patient who was experiencing homelessness in Louisiana and somehow was able to navigate connecting with an abortion fund and with individuals who could assist her with the logistics of being able to get here to D.C. To get the abortion that she needed. When I was finished with her procedure, she gave me a big hug with tears in her eyes and said, "I cannot thank you enough for being here. Thank you so much for doing this for me. I am in a situation right now where I don't have a place to live. And the thought of me bringing a child into this world and going back to that situation is unimaginable. So thank you."
Jacky Rosen then moved on to Dr. Austin Denard, who is a doctor from Texas. Dr. Denard has personally and professionally been impacted by abortion restrictions. Jacky Rosen asks what would have happened to her should there have been a nationwide abortion ban.
I would have been forced to remain pregnant and deliver a baby that was either had already passed away in my womb or would have suffocated in my arms. That would have been the only choice for me. And as long as I was on Texas soil, that was the only choice. It really does feel like pregnancy in Texas, women don't own the pregnancy. The state owns the pregnancy.
Jacky Rosen's final question was to Jessica Valentin, an author and founder of a daily reproductive rights newsletter, regarding the prosecution of doctors practicing abortion, specifically OBGYNs.
Any doctor who might need to perform an abortion, for those that stay in anti-choice states, they are quite literally taking their freedom in their hands, every decision that they make with a patient, and that is no way to practice medicine. We've seen the impact of that in terms of delays, fears if you perform an abortion, if you give a certain kind of care, that you could be prosecuted. We're not just talking about the prosecution of doctors too, and I know we all know that, but I just want to mention it as well. We just saw a case in Ohio, Brittany Watts, a woman who was denied care, denied a miscarriage treatment at a religious institution, went home to have her miscarriage, and then was arrested for abuse of a corpse.
Right.
And that's the future I think that we can expect to see for all Americans if a national ban was to pass. It's not just about doctors going to jail, it's about anyone